Yeah.
Viewers, if you are watching, click on the like button, drop your comment, and also share this program to others. Former President of Nigeria, Olusegun Obasanjo, has said publicly that he will leave Nigeria if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of IPOB, dies in DSS custody. What do you have to say about this?
Obasanjo was very correct. I don't know how he managed to maybe has some information that we are not having, but he has come out to say it publicly that that if actually has been reported that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu dies in detention, he would definitely leave Nigeria because he has already warned before now that this man did not commit any crime and he should be left of the hook. People does not understand where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is coming from and why the man has rejected every deal that will jettison the restoration of Biafra by the Nigerian government. The Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has refused to sign those documents, have refused any form of endorsement on inducement, or anything that will compromise the Biafran struggle. And the intelligence report is having it very clearly, and that is why he still remains in DSS custody. But what surprised many is how the federal government under APC now has come out to be manipulating the already tense situation currently now, signaling that at this point in time now that we are documenting the process of what led to the coming in of Omotosho as the judge, James Omotosho as the presiding judge, nominated by the APC government, when all the leaders of the legal team rejected to appear in Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case because they said very clearly that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case have no evidence and he is should not be able to preside over such matter that has no evidence. That what Nigerian government actually did was to sideline and oppress, a voice that stood for the reality and a voice that stood for the liberation of people, not only Biafrans alone, but Africa. And it is becoming very clear to millions of Nigerians today that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who has remained the icon of freedom, for a reference point, no matter how you look at it, and he has said it very clearly that we don't know what will happen, but there have been signals, there have been warnings that the leaders of this country has made it very clearly, just like Danduma came out clearly to say that if it wasn't Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, maybe the whole Nigeria would have collapsed under Islamic conquest. I'm talking about T.Y. Danduma making that statement. We are seeing another prominent Yoruba son, a former president, a former military head of state, saying it very clearly that he would definitely leave Nigeria because from that report we gather that nothing will actually remain and that nobody should hold him responsible because he has already warned Nigeria because they do not know. Nigerian intelligence has not been able to crack where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is coming from, who is behind and who is not behind. Nations that are powering, him or not. Nobody has been able to crack that. And for where he was able to, get his intelligence report, remains a mystery. And the Nigerian government and the terrorist politicians in Nigeria are already in disarray, because of what is going to happen, and there's pressure in Asura currently now, even though Bola Ahmed Tinubu might be pretending over the reality, but it has become very clear that, anything happens to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu right there in detention, then Obasanjo is saying, of course, they should count him out completely because, he would just disappear from this country, he would just leave this country completely because he has an intelligence report from global communities, from world leaders that, what will happen to Nigeria. They are just watching development on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu every day. And the African lawyers themselves have come on and advised Nigeria. We saw the ones coming from Gambia, Zimbabwe, Ghana, and others. Even the delegates from Kenya has also, mounted pressure on the government of Nigeria and the Chief Justice of the Federation, including the presiding judge, to allow justice that Mazinam. They were in the court in Abuja. They were out there. They saw all the. They were watching to see how Nigerian government is going to manipulate this. You know, even though I don't want to have issues with Sowore on this matter. You know, because I know definitely that Mazinam Kanu will be released. If Nigerian government feel otherwise, you know, that Mazinam Kanu will not be released and that he will die there, then we will now tell the world of what transpired, even though they are already, you know, watching. There are consequences of what we are talking about, that if you cannot defend the people, allow the people to defend themselves. You know, that's the message. Now, they are busy today, you know, enjoying the ledgers with, you know, celebrating, doing all manner of festivals with terrorists, those who carry guns physically. Imagine a sitting governor meeting terrorists with more than 20,000 Okada bikes, you know, all of them carrying guns, and they are in a meeting with the governor, and nothing has happened. Today, we are seeing what is happening in Kwara, we are seeing what is happening everywhere in the world. But still, the Southeast governors, nobody has come out to condemn the statement credited to Bola Ahmed Tinubu that IPOB is a terrorist organization. It's quite unfortunate that it's coming from him, and it means that clearly he has taken a decision aligning with the Hamas, aligning with terrorist organizations in the world, like his representative in the just concluded United Nations General Assembly, where the vice president went as far as, you know, defending Hamas in Israel. But today they have less than 72 hours to agree to that agreement. It is going to backfire.
Backfire.
It must backfire. And Nigeria will answer questions to the killing of Christians, of Igbos in Nigeria, marginalization, oppression of this entity. And Britain will not be able to save Nigeria. I can tell you convincingly that this time around, Britain cannot stand for Nigeria, and Britain will not be able to defend the disintegration of Nigeria. And that is what is happening today. And if that angle and it collapses, then the next focus is going to be here, and we are already seeing the signs there. I can tell you that the Obasanjo himself has put down his own opinion, and nobody will say that he did not notice. Forget all the paparazzi about 2027. Forget all the paparazzi of what is going to happen. Forget all the paparazzi, you know, of what the game the politicians are actually playing. Whether election is going to be held or not, that is left for them. But what we are seeing is that it is enough. Enough is enough. The killing of over 500,000 Christians in Nigeria has become a threat to the global community. Has become a threat to, you know, the Biafrans. And by the time this thing goes unchecked, you know, that's why Donald Trump, look at the United Nations and the shake his head and said these people are not doing what they are supposed to do. Yes, conflict resolutions. There's already a set down rules and regulation. You know, when we come and talk about self-determination, then why is the United Nations actually keeping quiet? It's a criminal organization, and it should be. It has to be reformed. That's what Donald Trump is saying. Because if they are actually doing their work, they don't need to put pressure on United States government. They don't need to put pressure on world leaders. They don't on the issue of aid and, you know, conflict that has spread to the extent that, you know, it has become uncontrollable, like what we see that is happening in Gaza right now. Before it gets to that level, these are the things, aims and objectives of the United Nations to go in and solve the problem. As simple as that, the world will come closer to peace. But unfortunately, they choose Arab money, they choose crude oil, they choose manipulation, they choose oppression to continue to manipulate the process in existence where God has given man dominion over this country. That man should enjoy peace, enjoy it, without any reservation. That is the game we are seeing today. But the direct message, that is coming very clearly from powerful Nigerians like Danjuma and Obasanjo today signals that the Nigeria may be heading in towards uncertainty and that will come to a point, that it will be consumed. Whether Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu today or not, whether you manipulate, you can see what the chief judge, some legal luminaries and heads are saying about the Nigerian judiciary. You can see the revelations everywhere. You can see how corrupt judiciary has become, how manipulative. But what I'm saying at this point in time, these things they are doing, these institutions of democracy that have finally collapsed in Nigeria, not by the making of an Igbo man. These are the people that have been in government for 60 years. The Igbo man is not there. He has not gotten involved anyhow by omission or by commission. But still, we are seeing a collapsed institution. Judiciary and INEC has become a threat. The Nigerian military is being manipulated towards Islamic. You can see how they are negotiating. Then all we wanted to do is to conquer the Igbo land, take their resources, then manipulate the process, and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will die, and Igbos will continue to wave at you and say thank you for a man that never carried a gun against you.
Viewers, if you are still watching, click on the like button, drop your comment, and share this program to others. God bless you and have a nice day.